Joe Biden thought he could bully India. Little did he know that he was digging his own grave, because now India, Japan, and Australia have come even closer to each other. The loser is Biden's administration. This is what is also referred to as poetic justice around the world. Hi and welcome to TFI Global, the foreign affairs and geopolitical analysis arm of TFI Media Group. I'm your host, Tejasvi Malhotra. Let's begin. India was told not to buy Russian oil to desist from procuring Russian weapons.
Hey, it's me, Atul. I started this channel. We started small, we went big. Suddenly, the whitey police was after us. We dodged and ducked, but the algos got us really bad. So we designed our own app. It's free. We never asked for money, we never will. But the droid called us too sensitive and blocked us. We still have an Apple app. Join us and fast, because if you don't, we will cease to exist. Check out the link in the description.
White House press secretary, in a question related to India buying Russian crude oil, said that it is not a violation of US sanctions, but the deal could place New Delhi on the wrong side of history.
Also think about where you want to stand when the history books are written in this moment in time. And support for the Russian leadership is support for an invasion that obviously is having a devastating impact.
The United Kingdom's Trade Secretary Anne-Marie Trevelyan said that the UK was very disappointed with India's neutral position on the Ukraine crisis. However, India remained steadfast. It did not buckle under the pressure of the West. India kept its foreign policy independent and autonomous. India's position on Russia has been accepted by Japan and Australia. These three Quad countries are now on the same page. Japan did try to influence India, urging it to condemn Russia. However, for New Delhi, its own national interests needed to be looked out for. India has been clear Russia's war on Ukraine cannot be allowed to let China off the hook. Australia and Japan agreed, so India has held back-to-back head of state level talks with Canberra and Tokyo. This has led to Joe Biden engaging in some damage control. On Monday, the US president consoled himself, saying the Quad is, with the possible exception of India, being somewhat shaky on some of this. But Japan has been extremely strong, so has Australia, in terms of dealing with Putin's aggression. Japan realized India cannot be coerced. Over the weekend, Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida was in New Delhi, holding comprehensive talks with his Indian counterpart Narendra Modi. During his visit, Kishida pressured Prime Minister Narendra Modi to denounce Russia. However, the joint statement issued after the two leaders' meeting made no mention of Russia, although it did call for an immediate cessation of violence in Ukraine, which is a consistent line taken by New Delhi ever since the conflict first began. Instead, the focus of the two leaders remained on the Indo-Pacific and how the region must be protected from China's overarching aggression at all costs. Australia made a big announcement as well. In a declaration that caught the Biden administration off guard, the Australian High Commissioner to India, Barry O'Farrell, revealed on Sunday that Quad nations, United States, Australia and Japan, have accepted India's position on the Ukraine-Russia war. O'Farrell said the Quad countries have accepted India's position. We understand that each country has a bilateral relationship, and it is clear from the comments of MEA, Ministry of External Affairs, and Prime Minister Modi himself that he has used his contacts to call for the end of the conflict, and no country will be unhappy with that. After gaining Japan's trust, India proceeded to do the same with Australia. On Monday, Prime Minister Narendra Modi conducted a virtual meeting with Scott Morrison, his Australian counterpart. The Quad, according to Australia's Prime Minister, is first and foremost an Indo-Pacific alliance. The message was subtly delivered. The other three member states will not tolerate Joe Biden's attempts to convert the group into an anti-Russia activism fest. According to Nikki Asia, during the talks, Morrison expressed understanding for India's position on the issue of Ukraine. India and Australia also recognized that the conflict in Europe should not be a reason to divert our attention from the Indo-Pacific region, and our position as far as Quad is concerned was also on the similar lines. Essentially, India, Japan, and Australia have banded together to protect Quad's sanctity. These nations will not enable Joe Biden to impose his agenda throughout the entire security grouping. Meanwhile, Tokyo and Canberra have agreed on India's attitude on Russia, and the Biden administration will have to follow suit sooner or later.